We're in the Gladiators barracks in Pompeii. And all around here are the dressing rooms of the stars. Well, the gladiators certainly saw themselves as heartthrobs. According to the archaeological record, in one of them there used to be a bit of graffiti calling one of the gladiators Suspirium Puellarum, makes young girls pant. Certainly, sex and the arena have always gone, well, say, hand in hand. It's probably a bit of a euphemism. For example, in the cells over there, which were reserved for the more mature gladiators, in the ashes they discovered the body of a woman in expensive jewellery, and she was surrounded by no less than 18 gladiators. Had she gone in collecting autographs, or perhaps she'd just gone in for chat? We'll probably never know. But we do know that gladiators packed plenty of sex appeal. For example, their sweat was collected and used as an aphrodisiac by the fashionable women of Rome. And a spear dipped in gladiators' blood was used in weddings to part the bride's hair.
Gladiators represent virility. They are an enhanced image of the Roman citizen at work. So when you went to someone's house, there was a picture, an image of a gladiator that you pulled on. The bells made up of gladiators fighting against wild animals which come out of their erect penises.
But although gladiators were glamorous, sexy and popular, oddly enough they had no social standing. As far as the elite of Rome were concerned, they were scum. Probably because most of them were slaves or captives of war. And even if he weren't already, any recruit to the gladiators became a prisoner the moment he stepped into this place. He had to take an oath surrendering all hope of survival, saying he was prepared to be burnt, to be bound, to be slain by the sword. And he would live in one of those cells over there, bound in chains to begin with, and he would be taught to fight in this very courtyard. And yet, despite these conditions, and despite the lack of status and the appalling chances of survival, nevertheless, many young men actually volunteered to become gladiators. There must have been some perks to the job. Of course, there was the lure of fame. I mean, look at the sheer size of the amphitheatres. Pompeii had seats for 20,000 people, 4,000 more than the whole population of the city. And there was, it seems, also an illusion of security for them.
They belonged to a group, a family of gladiators that took care of them, that buried them if they died, and they were very close to their troop members. If you had no skills and you were a trained fighter, then to go back into this fairly safe environment, even though it involved putting your life on the line all the time, makes a certain amount of sense.
And gladiators didn't necessarily expect to have to kill each other. In fact, a fight to the death was relatively rare. Not because it was thought to be cruel, but because deliberately killing off trained stock was expensive. But we do know that in one list of 20 dead gladiators, only 3 had survived to their 12th fight.